Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting SoCast webinar. I'm thrilled to kick off today's session titled Ask the Experts, Best Practices for Growing Digital Revenue and Engagement. We've got some incredible questions lined up, and I can't wait to dive right into them. I'm Ceres Allison, your Senior Account Executive at SoCast, and I'll be your host for today's webinar. We have our CEO, Elliot Hurst, joining us today to answer a few questions as well. If we don't manage to address all your questions during the session, don't worry. We'll personally follow up with you afterward to make sure you get the answers you need. Throughout the session, feel free to submit any questions you have in the sidebar. Shay, my colleague, will be keeping an eye on those and making sure we don't miss a beat. As always, we love hearing from you, so please don't hesitate to share your thoughts and feedback. Oh, and don't forget, you can also connect with us on Twitter at SoCast Digital or use the hashtag Digital Dollars. We'd love to stay in touch and continue the conversation beyond today's webinar. I'd like to kick things off with a word from SoCast. Built with radio in mind, SoCast's mission is to make digital growth easy for broadcasters. In the past 10 years, we've worked to innovate our solutions to help our broadcast partners succeed. SoCast is truly a one-stop shop for all your digital needs. Through a single dashboard, radio stations can build and manage their websites, mobile apps, social media, and Alexa smart skills. Also, we've introduced a new revenue-generating ad extension platform called SoCast Reach that has helped our partners drive significant revenue. If you would like more information, send me an email at sari@socastdigital.com or contact Shay, my colleague, who is monitoring the sidebar for more details on how to contact us. Let's get started with our first question. I have a new gig as a brand manager, but I've been in radio for 5 years. I love curating the website. Any beginner advice? Congratulations on your new role as brand manager and your passion for curating the website. Here are some beginner tips to help you excel in your role. Understand your brand. Take the time to deeply understand your brand's identity, values, and target audience. This understanding will guide your content curation and ensure consistency across all website elements. Define clear objectives. Determine the goals and objectives for your website. Are you aiming to increase brand awareness, drive conversions, or provide valuable content? Setting clear objectives will help you focus your efforts and measure success. Know your audience. Research and analyze your target audience to understand their preferences, interests, and needs. This insight will enable you to curate content that resonates with them and drives engagement. Plan your content. Develop a content strategy and editorial calendar. Plan a mix of different types of content, such as articles, blog posts, videos, podcasts, or interactive elements. Ensure your content aligns with your brand's messaging and objectives. Consistent branding. Maintain consistent branding throughout your website. Use your brand's logo, colors, fonts, and voice across all pages to reinforce brand recognition and establish a cohesive online presence. Monitor and analyze. Regularly monitor your website's performance using analytics tools. Analyze metrics such as traffic, engagement, and conversion rates. This data will help you understand what content performs well and make data-driven decisions for improvement. Stay updated. Keep up with industry trends, best practices, and technological advancements related to website management. Regularly explore new tools, techniques, and design trends to enhance your skills and stay ahead of the curve. Remember, website curation is an ongoing process. Continuously review, optimize, and update your content to provide value to your audience and achieve your brand's objectives. Good luck in your new role. Next question. What digital metrics matter most to sales prospects? When it comes to sales prospects, they're always curious about digital metrics that give them valuable insights into how well their marketing and sales efforts are performing. The metrics that matter the most to these prospects can vary depending on their business type, industry, and marketing goals. But here are some commonly important digital metrics that sales prospects tend to care about. Conversion rate. This metric measures the percentage of website visitors or leads that actually become paying customers. A higher conversion rate means that the marketing and sales strategies are hitting the mark and attracting the right audience. Return on investment. ROI shows you the profitability of your marketing and sales efforts by comparing the revenue you generate to the amount you invest. Positive ROI is crucial for prospects to evaluate how effective and profitable their digital marketing initiatives are. Website traffic and engagement. Prospects are interested in metrics like total web visits, unique visitors, page views, and average time spent on the site. These metrics reflect the level of interest and engagement their website generates, giving them an idea of how effective their online presence is. Click-through rate, CTR, measures the percentage of people who click on a specific link or advertisement compared to the total number of impressions. It helps prospects gauge the effectiveness of their online ads, email campaigns, and other clickable content. Social media metrics. Engagement metrics on social media platforms, such as likes, shares, comments, and follower growth, are important for prospects who want to assess the effectiveness of their social media presence and the level of audience engagement they're generating. It's worth noting that the importance of these metrics can vary from one sales prospect to another, depending on their specific goals and priorities. So it's always a good idea to have an open conversation and communication with prospects to understand their needs and focus on the metrics that align with their business objectives. Moving on to the next question. How do you see the future for AM and FM radio, also compared to digital media? AM and FM radio have been long-standing forms of broadcasting, offering free audio content to listeners. Despite the growth of digital media, radio still has a presence and an audience. Here are a few things to keep in mind about the future of radio and how it compares to digital media. Digital radio taking over. Many radio stations are embracing digital technologies by broadcasting their content online or through dedicated mobile apps. Digital radio provides improved sound quality and additional features like song metadata, station information, and traffic updates. This transition helps radio stations reach a broader audience and adapt to changing consumer preferences. Challenges with internet connectivity. Although digital media offers more flexibility, it heavily depends on internet connectivity. Traditional radio broadcasting remains a reliable source of information and entertainment in areas with limited internet access or during network outages. AM radio, with its long-range capabilities, is particularly valuable in emergency situations when other communication channels may be disrupted. Local and niche content. Traditional radio is still excellent for delivering local news, weather updates, and community-focused content. Many listeners appreciate the connection to their local communities and the familiar voices of radio hosts. Plus, radio continues to cater to niche interests and music genres that may not receive as much attention on digital platforms. Hybrid approaches. The future of radio is a mix of traditional and digital radio. Many radio broadcasters are exploring hybrid models that combine over-the-air broadcasts with online streaming and interactive features. This approach aims to provide the benefits of both mediums, leveraging the broad reach of terrestrial radio while incorporating the advantages of digital platforms. In the end, the future of radio depends on various factors, such as advancements in technology, changing consumer preferences, and the ability of radio broadcasters to adapt to digital trends. Although digital media is growing in influence, traditional radio still holds unique strengths that can contribute to its longevity in the evolving media landscape. Elliot, over to you.
Tips on maximizing digital engagement. So it all starts with what's known as your home base, your website. Creating an awesome website is different for everybody, but as long as it reflects your brand, it'll make it easy for your visitors to explore all of your awesome content. It should capture attention while being also on brand. So it's got to be engaging, and it should also be mobile friendly and search engine optimized so that people can easily find you. Bringing your shows to life is a big part of this digital engagement. So streaming radio shows live, both on your website and on your mobile app, gives them life. Listeners can interact and tune in, and gives them greater flexibility on tuning in to your content. Less and less people are listening via actual radios daily. Further, if you're investing in audio, and a lot of your competitors are, it's great to have podcasting, even as a simple capture of your existing shows. I know it's not original content, but it provides your users and your audience to access your shows whenever they want on their time. And often that is the greatest trend that's affecting listeners today, is that they want it on demand, how and when they want it. So providing this as a basic offering is really table stakes today. And investing more in original podcast content would be a bonus. Also, get actively involved with your audience on social media. It's no longer just about one to many. It's many to many, and it is an awesome companion for the type of content that radio puts out and the type of shows that exist on radio today, which are very timely, relevant, and have to do with a lot of local and current events. And nothing keeps you more local and up to date than social media. Focusing on interactive features on your website and on your apps is key. Think polls, quizzes, listener-generated content, song requests, live chat during shows. Encouraging your audience to participate on digital means just as you do on audio is key. And utilizing data is also, it's not germane to a lot of people, but for programmers and salespeople it is. And so harnessing the power of data and utilizing analytics tools to track your digital user engagement across your social media channels and on your website will provide valuable information on what's resonating with your audience. And then you can hone your digital strategy and deliver more personalized experiences. Consistency matters and quality matters. Just as on air, nothing should go out there that's not fit for on air. Nothing should go out digital that's not fit for digital. That is the same code of conduct and the same on-brand awareness. So moving on to the next question. What are new ways to monetize a radio station's website and generate revenue? Well, premium revenue with advertisements is the model for radio, and your website shouldn't be any different. It's considered your owned and operated inventory, similar to your on air, and you have the ability to display targeted ads, banner video ads, sponsored content that aligns with your audience's interest, website takeovers, immersive experiences, such as audio ads that play during the live stream or during podcast episodes. There's all kinds of ways to play around with the owned and operated inventory that you have at your disposal right there with digital. Also providing exclusive perks for subscribers like premium content, subscription options, make them feel like VIPs, giving them access to new shows early, or perhaps even personalizing content. It fosters a stronger connection to your audience, and it's right in line with what your on-air talent's already doing on air. And finally, let's not forget exciting contests and giveaways. Digital allows you to collaborate with brands and businesses to organize sponsored contests or giveaways, not just on your website, but through social media platforms or your mobile app as well. This not only boosts engagement across a variety of platforms, but also provides good brand exposure, and you can draw in new listeners who are looking to participate on these platforms. Last question, number 3, how do you determine rates when beginning to sell digital? So determining rates for digital advertising on your website involves a strategic approach. You got to consider a bunch of factors, starting with your traffic, understanding your website traffic, unique visitors, page views, other relevant data to get a clear picture of what your audience size is and the potential reach of your advertising. You should know your target audience, so focus on demographics, interests, behavior of your website visitor, and that will help you understand more how to craft a good proposition. Research the market. Look at who your competitors are using, or similar media outlets, and what they're charging for similar opportunities. Understand the going rates so that you can price yourself accordingly. Also, figuring out on different ad formats. Different ad formats have different returns, have different values. You can price them differently. Identify these types that you're going to offer on your website between banner ads, video ads, could be native advertising, sponsored content. There's a large variety, and there's the more engaged you are, the higher those rates go. Obviously, the lowest engagement starts with display ads, but it ramps up pretty high once you get into native and other forms. Establishing your pricing model. So make sure you're either going CPM, which is cost per 1,000 impressions, or CPC, which is cost per click or a conversion, and figure out if you're going to be doing fixed monthly rates. Choose a pricing model that aligns with what your objectives are and along the preferences of advertisers. You got to be flexible. Sometimes they're used to coming from a certain previous type of deal, and you have to follow that model. The thing is, these models are over-engaging, so remaining flexible and having somebody in charge of the pricing who has an ability to research and learn is key. Define pricing tiers makes it easy. So, like packages based on factors like the size of the buy, or the duration, or the targeting options, or adding different promotional benefits. Offering tiered options provides flexibility for advertisers and gives them like boxes to sort of figure out. If you just provide the buffet, they get lost. And finally, consider audience engagement metrics. Look at click-through rates, average time spent on website, or other audience engagement metrics. These can be used to showcase the effectiveness of your digital advertising and justify even growing the rates higher. So if you follow these steps, you can really identify a good pricing model for yourself and for your broadcaster to reflect the value of your website's audience and advertising opportunities. Back to you, Sarah.
Thank you for joining us today for our webinar on Ask the Experts, Best Practices for Growing Digital Revenue and Engagement. It's been an incredible session filled with valuable insights and thought-provoking questions. We hope you found the information shared today to be helpful and applicable to your own digital strategies. Remember, implementing these best practices can make a significant impact on your revenue growth and audience engagement. We appreciate your attendance and the opportunity to connect with you. If you have any further questions or need additional support, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at sari@socastdigital.com. We're here to help you succeed. Stay tuned for more exciting webinars and events from SoCast in the future. We're committed to empowering your digital success and providing you with the tools and knowledge you need to thrive in the ever-evolving digital landscape. Remember to connect with us on Twitter at SoCast Digital and to continue the conversation using the hashtag #DigitalDollars. We'd love to hear about your progress and share more industry insights with you. Once again, thank you for being a part of today's webinar. Wishing you continued success in your digital endeavors. Until next time.